Hey, can you hear me? Let's see if I can turn up my volume and make sure you can hear me. I wasn't planning on going live, but look who, well, he was asleep on my lap until I started talking. So I don't know how long this is going to last. But I thought while I was held hostage here with puppy paralysis, that I would get online and see if anybody was here to say hello. I am hanging out with Hobie Chipu, and behind the computer is Minnie, so we'll see if she makes an appearance. But other than that, I'm just hanging out, wasting time while I'm stuck, held hostage with the puppy. So he doesn't nap for very long, but I thought while I'm here, I'd say hi. I've missed you guys. Okay, so let's see. I guess I can turn this into a monologue since nobody's here yet. But let's see. What am I going to make? I have some Christmas presents that are casted on for crochet, so not knit, that I started, but I haven't had them go yet. And I'm working on them. It's not going to be done by Christmas. How about you? Do you have any crochet projects or knit projects that you're working on with T-minus 5 days and counting? Luckily, one of my family events is usually the week after Christmas, so that buys me a little bit more time. And I was really only planning to make a couple of items to begin with. So how's your Christmas crafting going? Let's see, what else should I talk about since nobody's here yet? Oh, the book. The book is now available for pre-order. Can you believe that? So let me see if I can find the link. But the book is available for pre-order. So exciting. And which is, it's kind of silly, really, since the book won't be actually out until July. And while I'm talking, I'm clicking and getting you a link and see if you want to take a look. I'm typing with one hand because, of course, I've got Hobie on the other hand. You'd think after all this searching that my name would just automatically come up when I type ELL since I search myself. Let's see. Get you a link. Let's get a link for you. It's now available for pre-order. $22.99 is the price. And let's see if it's still saying 12 projects. Ooh, use promo code GIFTBOOK18 to save $5. Oh, nice. Let's see, is it still saying 12 projects? Ooh, it has a bestsellers rank. It's number 685,957 in books on Amazon bestsellers. And it's number 1,080 in books, crafts, hobbies, and home, crafts and hobbies, needlecrafts, textile, crocheting. It's just barely the top 1,000, not even 1,000 yet on Amazon for crochet books. Here's the link. Hi, everybody. Hey, welcome. You didn't miss a whole lot. I was just saying while I'm held hostage, and now I'm burning up, now I'm having a hot flush. While I was held hostage with Hobie Chipu, I thought I would turn on the live and talk to y'all while I'm sitting here held hostage while he naps. He only naps for a couple minutes at a time, so I thought I'm kind of stuck with puppy paralysis. So while I'm here, I was talking about Christmas crafting. I do have one project that I'm working on, but it's hard to crochet with one hand, and I have to enjoy these quiet moments while I have them because he's not usually this calm. So anyway, I was telling you the book, the One Skein crochet book, is now available for pre-order, which I think is pretty hilarious since it's not out till July. But that was the link that I just posted there. Oh, you did, Patty? Thank you so much. And apparently, if you use what promo code did I say? There's a promo code. I don't know if it works right now. Gift book, all caps, 18. Gift book 18. save $5 when you spend $20 or more on books shipped and sold by Amazon.com. Gift book 18 at checkout. I don't know if that includes pre-ordered or not. So let's see. The book is saying 112 pages, interweave, $22.99. And I think I still don't see how many, if they've updated the projects, but there are 15 projects in the book. An earlier description had said 12 projects, and that is incorrect. Oh, it does still say 12. It is actually 15 projects. So I need to email my editor and make sure that Amazon updates that, because that matters. It matters a lot. And so let's see. And I was reading the ranking of books. It is number 685,957 in the ranking of books and at Amazon. So, and under crochet books, so several items down from books, crafts, hobbies, needlecrafts, textile crafts, down to crocheting, it's number 1,080 right now on the top list. So I find that kind of hilarious. So hello, everyone. Hello. You pre-ordered the book. Yes, thank you. You used the promo code. Great, Patty. I'm glad it worked. Hi from Iowa. Hi from Seattle. Hello, everyone. So don't forget, you guys, use that promo code for $5 off of your Amazon pre-order of the book. So that's significant. That helps. So every little bit helps. That'll take care of your shipping, I would think. Also, if you want to wait till the book actually comes out, I will have a bunch, and I will be able to sign them and send them to U.S. residents from my home. So if you want a signed copy, wait till June or July when I actually get them, and I'll do an event, and I'll sign books and mail them out from here. So there's that too. So, but if you want to be among the first to get it, you can pre-order it through Amazon. So hello, you want a shout out? Oh, you want a shout out? Hook and Ball of Yarn. Okay. Hi, Hook and Ball of Yarn. How are you guys? Okay. Can you hear me okay? I'm trying not to be too loud because Hobie Chipu is napping here. Look how dark his spots are getting. Do you remember when I showed you him when we first got him? He was a little white fluff ball. He didn't have these spots at all. They were just like little, barely darker patches, and now look how dark his spots are. This spot over here by his tail is so dark, it's like spilled chocolate milk on my dog, but I promise it's not spilled chocolate. Although it could happen. It could happen at my house. He is a part Chihuahua and part toy poodle, and he is a scraggly mess. He's going to the groomer tomorrow to get his first haircut. So this is his before picture, and I'll have to get on and show you his after shots, his after glam shots. I don't even want to turn and show you his face because I'm afraid I'll wake him up. So I've got puppy paralysis. So while I was sitting here with the puppy napping on my lap, I thought I would tune in and see how you guys are doing. I'm getting so close to feeling like I'm hitting the next successful benchmark with YouTube. So I really appreciate you all hanging in with me, especially these last couple months since life has gone kind of crazy off the rails. I don't know, since August, but then October when this little guy arrived, it's like all bets were off. Like life ground to a stop. It's like we were working momentum, full steam ahead. And then he came on board and life just got super busy. How long have I been crocheting? I've been crocheting since I was about 8, and I've been a professional crochet designer since 2004. And my 6th book is the one that's coming out in July. And if you don't know me, you may recognize me from the Knit and Crochet Now TV show, because I was on that for 5 seasons, from I think 2011 and then to 2017, and we skipped a season in between. So that's how we ended up with 5 seasons over 7 years essentially. So, but I was on that show. Let's see if I can turn and show you him a little bit, see his little face. Can you see his little face? Oh my gosh, he's so scraggly. Same, buddy. Same. That's how I feel in the morning when I wake up. Go back to sleep. Anyway, so I've been a crochet designer since about 2004, and I was the editor of Crochet Magazine for 3 years, and now I'm a freelancer and YouTuber, and I work part-time outside the home, and I crochet the rest of the time, and now I'm a mom of a dog. Yep. And I have 2 cats, and we used to have chickens, but we don't anymore. What are some good places to get yarn? Well, I've got the crochet giveaway going. So you can enter by subscribing to the channel and watching that video, liking that video, and leaving a comment on that video. And that'll go until January 1st. I think when I wake up, January 2nd is when I'm going to pull randomly the winner from the comments of the people who are subscribed. I like using the local yarn shop a lot for buying yarn. You know, if you have one nearby, even if you have to make a road trip to get there, then you can feel the yarn and see what it looks like and see the variety of colors. But of course, you know, the usual, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann, AC Moore, shopping online. So get yarn where the getting is good. A lot of people like to go wherever there's a coupon. I totally get it. So, yeah. All right. So, crochet crafting. Anybody doing some crocheting for Christmas? We have just a couple days left before Christmas. I really wanted to make one of my friends a scarf from the new book, actually. And I picked out the yarn and I started it. She is definitely crochet worthy. She would appreciate the handmade. She's an artist herself, and she would appreciate a handmade crocheted item. So I'd really like to make something for her, but it's just there aren't enough hours in the day. So I'm pretty much done with the book now. Like I haven't done anything on the book in like 2 weeks. Like I think everything is done. But I did get an email today that the editor needs some more diagram stuff. So the tech editor and the main editor who are, they're emailing me about more content. So that shouldn't be too much worry, but we're pretty much done. The photography is beautiful. I'm so excited about the photography for the book. The cover is up. The cover is gorgeous. So I'm very excited about it. So you're making a scarf and blanket. Excellent, excellent. All done for Christmas, Linda. Go you. An apron, cowl, gloves, hats, sweaters. Goodness, Linda, you've been busy. Congratulations. Way to go. That's fantastic. Hook and Ball of Yarn says, what is a good type of yarn for beginners? A smooth yarn, usually a worsted weight. So like it's a number 4 on the ball label. And any fiber that you're not allergic to. So acrylic is fine, wool is fine, cotton is fine, but use a size 4 probably yarn and maybe a size I hook, and pick something that is smooth in texture, so not nubby and not fuzzy, not like Hobie, not furry. Use a smooth yarn and use a color that is not too light and not too dark. So like a medium color so you can see it well. And don't use black or navy blue because that's hard to see. And make sure you choose a color that you really love. Like it's one of my preferences that when you have a crocheter who's learning to crochet, make sure you use a nice yarn with a pretty color that they like. Don't just like, oh, I'm going to use the color I like the least because I want to use it up while I'm practicing. No, you want to enjoy the process. So don't just pick like the ugliest yarn because you want to use it up while you're practicing. Pick a yarn that you're going to enjoy using so that you'll enjoy it more because, you know, practice is fun too. So don't make the practice drudgery. So if there's a color you hate, don't say, oh, I'm going to use that for my practice. No, use a color you enjoy so that you'll have more fun practicing. Anyway, yes, Merry Christmas. Yeah, everybody, hello. So yeah, when you when I teach crocheters, I very much like to let them choose yarn from my yarn stash that, I mean, I'm not going to let them pick the, $60 a hank bison fancy yarn, yak yarn. Like that's just not possible. But you want to make sure that they at least pick something that they enjoy working with. And I think beginners get hung up on thinking that their very first project is something that they're going to give as a gift. And while that's really sweet, and it definitely is the inspiration for why people choose to learn to crochet, is for a new baby or a gift for someone. But really, your first project is generally not giftable. Like crocheting is a skill and it takes some time. So plan on making, if you're teaching crochet or you're learning to crochet yourself, I really suggest you make like a big old square or makes a scarf, because the square you can donate to an animal shelter and use it as a cozy, unless of course you want to keep your first project for yourself, because I love that too, because then you can see in a year or two just how much progress you've made when you see the difference. But always use make something that you can either donate to like the animal shelter, or a scarf that somebody could use when they're cold and they need a scarf. Like at some point you're like, you want to give your very best when you're donating, but on the other hand, when you're cold, it doesn't really matter if you skipped a stitch on the end. It's like, it's usable, it's functional. And that's one of my favorite things about crochet, is that it's not only beautiful and fun to do, but it's functional. There's a point to crochet. It's I love art for art's sake too. It has a point when you look at it and feel interested and curious and appreciate it. I'm working on a painting we have on the wall and the sculpture behind me that my husband made. But I really do like art that also has a function. So finely crafted furniture, finely crafted instruments, crochet that can be used as a hat or a scarf or blanket. I do like art that has a practical function in addition to art that is just beautiful for the sake of comforting the soul. What are some things I have made this year? Well, let's see. Because I wrote the book, I've made hats, scarves, blankets, mitts, cowls, and I am blanking on anything that came before the book. So the book, I think I really started cranking on it in May, and then all the projects were done by August. But then they wanted 3 more projects, so those were done by September. And I really have not crocheted much since September because, like I said, we got the puppy and we started traveling, and I got a part-time job, and things got really busy really quick. So the YouTube channel, takes up some of my spare time. So I don't remember what I even crocheted before May. I'm drawing a total blank. But for the book, there's at least 15 projects, and many of them I made several times for my own, like while I was changing the pattern, or if I didn't like the yarn or it wasn't matching well, then I just started over. So some of the projects, I would say of the 15 projects, maybe 8 or 10 of them I made more than once. And there were 1 or 2 of them that I made 3 times because I wanted to make sure and get it just exactly the way I wanted it. What are some good Christmas gifts to crochet? Good Christmas gift. Well, you're full of questions. I love this. Thank you. I don't have to think about what to say. Good Christmas gifts to crochet. Well, scarves are always great because they fit. You can fit them, and you can, you can make them very trendy, and you can do a new one each year. I like to do a hat for my kids every year, which they have not gotten a hat this year, but I like to make hats for them every year. Hats are a little bit harder to give because some people just don't like to wear hats because they don't want to get hat head or, getting them to fit just right. But scarves are always great gifts. Mitts are great gifts, but not everybody likes to wear mitts. So scarves and cowls, I think, are the most giftable projects. And then Christmas gifts in terms of like, if it's a big crochet worthy loved one, you know, you can't go wrong with a blanket because it always fits. It's always useful. Someone's always cold. You know, you can throw it on the end of the bed. You can throw it over the back of the couch. So I think I fell in love with blankets first. I think I made like 80 blankets before I started becoming a crochet designer and started making, you know, sweaters and hats and gloves and purses and everything else. So blankets are definitely, you know, my first love. So absolutely. But Christmas gifts also, if you're looking for quick and fun things to make, then ornaments are one of my favorites. I should go grab off the tree behind me. Can you see the tree over there? The tree right there, the corner of the tree. On the tree is an ornament, but I hate to get up and bother Hobie because he's sleeping so nicely. One of my favorite ornaments my mom made, I think when I was like 3 or 4, and it's 2 granny squares. So imagine, choose 2 granny squares, make them in Christmas colors or whatever colors you want, turn them so that it's like a square on an angle. Okay. And so crochet around the 2 bottom sides to make a little pocket, and then make a little handle for the top and a tassel at the bottom. Oh, you having a nightmare there? Sorry, buddy. So it's just 2 granny squares sandwiched together. You can put treats or candy canes or tiny presents in it, and you can hang it on the tree. And it's just 2 granny squares. So those ornaments could be made in like half an hour. I mean, like so quick. So I had to grab one of those and show you off the tree. But my mom made those for me when I was really little. You're a kid and I am a kid and I have made 8 hats, 1 scarf, and a bunch of amigurumi. Wow. Holy cow. That's amazing. How old are you? That's so prolific. That's so productive. Great job. I made 8 hats, and 1 scarf. Fantastic. You're 9. Oh, well, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. So hats are amazing. And I think, if you've mastered the hat, that's fantastic. I hope you wear them. Are you giving them as gifts? So I keep talking about crochet worthy, and I want you to give crocheted gifts to people who are going to really appreciate them. Like people who are going to know how hard you worked, and that when you crochet something, that it's because you love it and it takes time. And so I think sometimes people don't appreciate how much work it takes to make something crocheted. So you deserve credit. You deserve, somebody who's going to treasure it, because it is a treasure. You're going to donate to the hospital. Fantastic. What a good person you are. Absolutely. Donate to the hospital. Fantastic. Also the great thing about hats, if you're going to donate, is they will find someone who will fit the hat. So if your hat isn't like perfectly the right size that you wanted it to be, it's okay, because they'll find somebody that will fit. And people come in a wide range of sizes, and hats for donation are great because usually they'll go to a shelter or something and they'll find somebody that will fit the hat and it will fit the style of hat. So that's a really awesome endeavor for sure. Hey, Kathleen, how are you? So you missed the whole thing while I've got the dog napping here on my lap. So there's the dog. Hello, doggy. And while I am like held hostage by puppy paralysis with this little puppy dog, I thought I would turn on the computer and do a little live post since I had a few minutes. Hey, DJ, how are you? So we've been talking today about the book is available for pre-order, and I posted the link above. But it's important that you know that if you use at Amazon, if you use the code, what did I say? Book what? Gift book 18, all put to all caps and no spaces, gift book 18, that you get $5 off of your pre-order. And Patty already used the gift code and said that it worked for her. So here's the link to the book again. And if you use gift book 18, that should help you get $5 off your order. cover price of the book is $22.99. The book does not come out until July. So even if you order it now, you're not getting it now because it's not ready. But you'll be amongst the first it will ship to. Okay. A hook and ball of yarn. Let me answer your question in just a moment. Yes, you agree. You made scarves and hats sets for preemies and some of your friends. The people really appreciate your work. Good. Because, nothing's worse than spending a lot of time on a project and then like I swear, I made a blanket for a loved one once, like a blanket, a big one. It was like a log cabin style. It was before I was designing, so I followed a pattern, but it was a log cabin style quilt style made into an Afghan. So lots of little strips and crocheted together, and it was really gorgeous. And I swear that person lost it. I'm like, oh my God, you have no idea. That's like 90 hours of work. And you lost it, you just, that's hard. 90 hours of work. Okay. So hook and ball of yarn. You want to know, you're having trouble keeping your side straight. That is really normal for a beginner crocheter. So when you're making rows, what you need to do is make sure you have the right number of stitches that you want from the beginning. So make sure your first row is correct. And then every row, make sure you count your rows until you're getting familiar with it. Then also, it's usually the first stitch of the row or the last stitch of the row or both that you're making the mistake. So usually the stitches in the middle you do pretty well with, but sometimes people miss some in the middle too, but usually the errors are on the either end. So if you're having a hard time keeping your edges straight, what I would do, depending on how many stitches there are, I mean, if you had like 300 stitches, this wouldn't work. But I suggest you start with a narrower piece, like a swatch or a scarf that's only like 15 stitches wide, okay? Start practicing your edges on something narrow. If it's 15 stitches wide or 10 stitches wide or whatever, get one paper clip for each stitch and make the correct number of stitches, and then take a paper clip or stitch marker or safety pin or something and put one in every single one of the stitches. Okay, so then when you turn and go back, you take out a paper clip and put in a stitch. Then you put the paper clip back in the new stitch, and you work one for one so that you can see exactly where the stitches go, and then you won't miss any. And you need to make sure that every time you make a stitch, you move the paper clip into the new stitch, and then you put a new stitch in the next stitch and move that paper clip up to the new stitch. So you're kind of, it's like putting a bookmark in every stitch. Like if you're reading a book, it would be like putting a bookmark on every page so that you know that you've done that page. So that's what I would suggest. I would practice with a small piece with like a stitch marker or a safety pin or a paper clip in every stitch until you get used to not missing the first or last stitch on the ends. And that will help you practice the edges until you get it right. Okay. Oh yeah, the blanket that went lost. Yeah, boy. If somebody didn't want it, I'd love to take it back. You know what I mean? If I made a project that was 80 or 90 hours worth of work and they didn't want it, or it didn't fit their decor, or they were going to be careless and lose it, I'd rather just have it back. Like, I'll use it. We have like 14 blankets in our house, and crochet blankets, and I dare say, shelters or nursing homes or whatever would really appreciate it more than maybe the person who lost it. Just saying. You ordered one. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. Hook and ball of yarn. You've tried to make a pattern, but it did not work out. Do I have any tips? Absolutely. So if you're writing down your first pattern, make sure you write down while you're stitching. So also what I do is, like, if I'm designing, excuse me. So if I'm designing, I will like work a little bit, and then I'll take a picture of it with my phone, and then I'll work some more and take another picture. That way I can see like what stitches came on top of what stitches. Then I can look backward at all the photos and see what came before. Also, it's critical to write as you're stitching. So if I did a circle with 8 single crochets, then I immediately need to say row 1, 8 single crochets, and not count on the fact that I'm going to remember, because you will remember until you do the next thing, and then that goes in your head and the first thing went out. So write as you go and take a lot of photos. And then once you're done with what you want, if you haven't written it down properly, take really good photos of it and then start to unravel it and write the pattern backward. So if you had a motif that was like 6 rows or 6 rounds rather, and you didn't write anything down as you went, take a picture of it done, then write round 6 and count up all your stitches and write the instructions for round 6, then unravel it, and then look at round 5 and write the instruction for round 5, then unravel it, and then work your way backward. And then you'll have the written instructions and the photo to go back and redo it. So good luck with that. That's fun. Patricia, you weren't clear. It must be so frustrating to have someone lose the blanket you made for them. Yes, I've made quite a few, and they are a labor of love. Yes, yeah, it is sad to like have somebody misplace it. So like, that was a lot of work. Anyway, hook and ball, use bobby pins or safety pins as stitch markers. Yeah, you can use bobby pins. Yeah, absolutely. Use bobby pins or safety pins as stitch markers. Probably bobby pins are better because they don't have the little coil at the bottom of the safety pin where it'll get tangled. But bobby pins also will pull out safety pins clasp. But that's a really good point, Chris. I forgot about bobby pins. Sonia says, that happened to you. They lost the Afghan you made, so you can relate. Oh, it's so frustrating. I hope if he wakes up, I'm going to have to go because, he's a puppy. So let's see if he sits back down. Okay. Hope you and your family are doing good. We are. Thank you so much. God bless you and your family. Thank you so much. God bless you and your family as well. I will take all the blessings I can get. I appreciate it. Absolutely. No problem. That's what I'm here for. Hey, Dawn, welcome. So while I was having puppy paralysis, while Puppy was taking a nap and I'm held hostage, I thought I would get on here and do a little live chat because I've missed you guys. And it seems like the only time I get a chance to talk to you is when this one is occupied or sleeping. Yeah. So funny. Anyway, he's a good boy. Getting big every day. Now, I was telling you guys that he is getting groomed tomorrow. So all this crazy fur this is his before picture. I can't wait to show you after because he looks a little bit like Albert Einstein right now. He's very fuzzy and furry and crazy. So, hello, sleepy boy. Hello, sleepy boy. Say hello to your fans. He also went to the vet yesterday and got some shots, so he's probably extra exhausted. And the chimney guy came and cleaned the chimney today, so he's probably extra tired from all of the hoopla of having guests in the house. What days will I be uploading? Generally, my goal has always been to do Wednesdays, and I did really, really well from January to October. And then when Hobie arrived, it all fell apart. So right now, I've been really good about uploading free patterns on Thursdays, free pattern links on Thursdays. And Wednesdays, I want to get back to. And then these live posts, I just do whenever I get a minute. So it's not been on a schedule, although I really wish I would get on a schedule. Generally, Wednesdays and Thursdays is the short answer to your question, when do I upload? The plan is always to upload on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I've been really good about Thursdays and not nearly as good about Wednesdays the last 2 months. So hopefully I will get back in the habit. So you love live streams. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun and people seem to chime in, and it's nice to get to know you guys and hear your questions and answer them. And so the live streams definitely are fun, and I'll try and do more of them whenever, certainly over holiday break, over Christmas break when my kids are home from school. And I actually don't have to go back to work until like January 3rd now. So I'll be working from home, but I'll have a little bit extra time. So hopefully I can do some live streams here. Look at this guy, I can't believe he's still sleeping. Hello. Look at those ears. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Okay. I always tell people no questions asked. If you don't want something I made, please give it back. No kidding, Chris. Absolutely. It's like, I'm not going to have my feelings hurt. I'd really much rather have the item back if you don't want it. I could give it to somebody else or I could use it myself because I've usually grown attached to it when I made it. So absolutely. Do I crochet amigurumi, and if so, what? Generally, I don't make amigurumi much. I don't know why. I just really have not loved it. I've made wedding cake amigurumis years ago, and I couldn't. You know what it was? I couldn't sell it. Like people didn't, like the magazines and books didn't want amigurumi. So I never really pursued it. And then so much of the amigurumi, I feel it's already been done unless you're doing characters like from Disney or something, and those are trademarked, so you can't sell them anyway. So like the basic shapes have all been done, animals have all been done, monsters have all been done. You can find books for so many different things. And so much of the time you can make like the basic doll and then just change the clothes or change the details or so I don't know. I'm just not as inspired to design them because I feel like so much great amigurumi is already out there. Like you can find really great amigurumi patterns. And so I've not designed any. But I do have some good tutorials on my channel for the invisible single crochet increase, the invisible single crochet decrease, which come in handy with amigurumi. Look at you. Look at you, crazy dog. So funny. I'm going to have to go soon since he's waking up, but we'll enjoy a few more minutes while we can. Let's see. You made 20 dogs for Christmas bingo. Oh my gosh, Dawn, you made 20 like amigurumi dogs? Wow. Did you make them all different colors? I think the best amigurumi are often the ones where the yarn itself does some of the work. Like it's a heathered yarn or it's a striping yarn. And I think it's really clever when you can incorporate like a textured yarn or something into an amigurumi. Let's see. Good. What are good things to crochet for beginners? Okay. Beginners. Absolutely anything square. So now squares can be made into anything. So if you make squares, you can put them together and make a scarf, or you can stack them in 2 rows and make a scarf, and then you can make it a cowl and connect the ends. Squares can be made into sweaters. They can be made into bibs. They can be made into washcloths. They can be made into skirts. Squares can be made into so many things. So blankets, of course. So if you make squares, then you can sew them all together or crochet them all together to make pretty much anything you want. So when you master the square, you've kind of mastered a lot. So squares are good things for beginners to make. Dumpling Dogs by Sarah Slayer. I will have to look into that. Absolutely. Okay, Chris says, time to go home. Have a great holiday. Bye, Chris. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the tip about the bobby pins. So very good. All right, I am going to close up shop here in a moment. I'm starting to sweat this little hot animal on my lap. Oh my gosh, I don't pause now. Have you been watching my little pet show? I hope you guys don't mind me littering. I hope you guys don't mind me littering my crochet page with pet videos all of a sudden. Look at his little paws there. But it's easy to upload a quick, funny video of the puppy and the cat and stuff. And it makes me laugh. And hopefully it makes you laugh too. And when it's only 15 or 20 seconds out of your day, couldn't we all use a laugh? So hopefully you don't mind the pet show, Hobie and oh, I have another one coming up. I scheduled a pet show video of Hobie and Minnie coming up in a few days. I forget when I have that scheduled because I instead of just putting it live, I scheduled it. So I'm trying to think of when that is. but that doesn't count as a crochet video. So it's, you know, not to take the place of crochet video. That one is coming up December 26th at 8:30 is when I saved that for. So sneak peek. Yeah. So these are supposed to be just like on top of crochet videos. I'm not planning on like stopping crochet and only doing pet videos. Don't worry. But while I've been having such a hard time finding the time to do crochet videos, and these guys are always in my face, I thought, hey, why not share the joy? Okay. Well, you do love those videos. Good. Do I have any apps that I use to find crochet patterns? Ravelry is one of the best ones to find crochet patterns. It's like a big database. So check with your parents about that one. Ravelry, let's see, Love Crafts or lovecrochet.com was a good website. Really, you can just Google it, you know, free crochet pattern, amigurumi, free amigurumi cat pattern or something. You can just Google it and you should be able to find some. You love the quick videos. Good, good. You had a water emergency? Oh no, Kathleen, you barely heard things. Oh, well, hopefully you can watch the replay here. No, pets are fun. Okay, I hope you like pets. Join Ravelry, Hook and Ball. Yes, it's the best database. I totally agree. There are, however, some spots on Ravelry where people kind of get impolite with each other. They're not very nice to each other sometimes. So Hook and Ball, if you Hook and Ball of Yarn, you might want to ask your parents about that one if you can join it. And most of it is great. Most of it is great if you just search for patterns. But like, don't go to the forums, the discussion groups, because people are not always very nice. And if they don't know that you're a kid, then they may not be as nice as they should be. So I'm sorry, that's the reality. So you don't want to go and be have somebody be not so nice. Most of the people in the world are good. Most crocheters and yarnies are good people, but I don't want you to be in a site where your parents maybe wouldn't want you. But absolutely, the pattern database is the best. Please upload soon. Sure, I'm going to try. I'm certainly going to try. It's been hard to juggle everything. Let's see. Ellen from Minnesota, what did you miss? Oh my gosh. Hey, Mara. Let's see. Everything. We've been talking for 42 minutes now. We talked about the dog. We talked about life. We talked about crochet gifts. Hook and Ball of Yarn had lots of great questions for beginners about keeping edges straight and what are projects good for beginners and what kind of yarn to use. Those are all great questions. The book is, I posted a link to the book on Amazon, and you should use the, watch the video again. I'm trying to think of, and then I can't believe I can't keep it in my head. The discount code that is on Amazon right now for $5 off, it's like book gift 18 or something like that. Does somebody remember what I said? Let's see if I can find it again. There's a discount code on Amazon. Gift book 18 for $5 off your purchase. Now the book is available for pre-order, and so it won't come out until July. So even if you order it, it won't come out until the book is ready. But if you use gift book 18, you get $5 off your Amazon price. And I can put the link up one more time. If I can copy the link, and then I'll paste it in there for you. So the book is $22.99, and although the description says 12 projects, it's actually 15 projects, so that's important. Here's the link to the book. Use gift book, all caps, so caps lock, gift book 18 for the discount code of $5 off your purchase at Amazon.com today for books. So there you go. I hope that you do that. Let's see. Have I ever crocheted a Christmas tree? Yeah, I did actually. It was a 3-dimensional amigurumi Christmas tree. It was about 5 inches tall, and it was a cone with little crocheted ornaments on it. And I have no idea where it went. It had a little gold star at the top. I wonder where that thing is. It was several years ago. I would think it would be in my ornament bag, but I don't know. I don't remember seeing it this year. Also, I talked about what you missed was take two squares and sandwich them together and just crochet or sew the two bottom corners together. If you turn it like a diamond, so crochet the bottom two edges and then put a tassel at the bottom and like crochet a little hook at the top, and that's an ornament that you can stuff treats and toys in. And my mom made me one of those when I was a girl, and I still have it on the Christmas tree. So, okay. All right, then I think I'm going to take off. So I thank you so much, everybody, for watching and tuning in. Hook and ball, yeah, sure. Let me look at your channel and we'll see. And absolutely, everybody, thanks so much for joining me. And today is Thursday. So today there was a new free crochet pattern video up. Yesterday there was a new giveaway posted. And there is a new pet show video coming up on the 26th. And I do intend to put out videos every Thursday at minimum, and hopefully Wednesdays as well. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Have a happy holiday if I don't get to do a live stream before Christmas. And happy Hanukkah, belated, to all of you who already celebrated. And Happy New Year. And so there we are. Hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.